Hello, thank you for being here with me, Tiger Lilith Tarot. Glad you found your way here. We are going to be doing an all signs reading for the waning moon in the month of July. So this is a time in the moon phase in which the energy is lowering, right? During the new moon to the full moon, energy is building. From the full moon to the new moon, it is decreasing. So it's a time to look inward. Usually during this time, our intuition is heightened, our insight is heightened, so our capacity to get a deep intuitive understanding of something it's just more available to us during this moon phase, right? So a deep understanding, so really a depth, and then again, time to look, it's a more quiet time. So we are going to go through every sign and take a look at where your insight is heightened during this time, and then we're going to pull some advice and see what you can do with that information. What does it mean? If your sun sign doesn't resonate with you, always be sure to check your moon and rising, or if you have any dominant placements, that could also resonate as well. Since we're in Cancer season, happy birthday, Cancers. I'm going to take a look at Cancer first. So for Cancer placements, your intuition heightened. Cancer placements. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so Cancer, I'm getting a very protective energy overall. Here, the two queens on either side with the Four of Pentacles in the middle. He is very protective over what he has. The Four of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness, conserving, sometimes needing to conserve, or could be feeling like you have to. With the Queen of Pentacles before it, I feel like you're just, your insight, I think you're very heightened when it comes to practical realities of life. Possibly, this is going to sound odd, Cancer, but like you might be very insightful with your finances right now with these two cards coming out. That's kind of what I'm getting here, like using your resources to build a better, like a nicer home for yourself. Looking at what you already have and putting it to use is an energy I'm getting here. So just becoming almost more in tune with your environment. The Four of Pentacles can be a bit of a balancing act, but I don't feel that as much with the Queen of Pentacles here. And the Queen of Cups, I think, I associate the Queen of Cups with your energy, Cancer. I just feel like you could be, this is your season. I feel like you're very just in tune and in touch right now. We have the Tower right now. So there could be, or at the bottom of the deck, there could be something shocking. I'm almost getting this Tower is connected to these cards here. The Queen of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, just being very concerned about, bringing something down to earth, making something stable. If a foundation shakes, it kind of shakes out what wasn't supposed to be there. The things that fall, right? Sometimes the crown falls. This could be, I don't know, it could be a moment of humility, but I'm not really getting that. I'm just getting more resourcefulness. Let's see, with the Queen of Pentacles, what's an advice card with the Queen of Pentacles here? The Page of Cups. You could be focused. I almost feel like the advice here is to focus on a youthful energy. So the queens are very aware. They're about creativity. The Four of Pentacles to me is can be a very tense energy, and the Page of Cups is more dreamy. I would say the advice here is kind of, don't let yourself get so focused that you're not dreaming. When it comes to, don't let yourself be so concerned about taking care of others that you're not taking care of, like, your own dreams. With the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. Honestly getting a sense here, Cancer, that the reason you're conserving and being resourceful is because there is something that you want. You felt a spark, a desire for something, and now you're kind of pulling your resources together to see how to get that. Well, it's not so much advice, just as like if that resonates, it seems like you're going in the right direction. With the Queen of Cups energy, we have the Six of Wands. I feel like this is a message that's saying to allow yourself to feel successful right now, because it does, there is a tense energy here, and with the Tower at the bottom of the deck, wow, and the Devil at the bottom of this deck. So you could be feeling some, it's interesting because the Devil to me can be tension, and then the Tower is almost like the release of that tension. And these are very kind of, again, constricted, very practical. So I feel like you are, again, very practical with your resources, but allow yourself to be dreamy. Don't get so caught up in focusing on the home and on what you're conserving that you're not like, that you miss the spark down here of why you're doing what you're doing, and just allow yourself to feel successful about what you're doing in the moment, even if you haven't reached your final goal yet, is what I would say there, Cancer. All right, next we are going to take a look at Leo. Leo placements. Where are Leo placements? Where's Leo placements insight heightened during this waxing moon, July 2022? Four of Wands. Right. Four of Wands. Card of... This could be home, could be celebration. Let's see what else comes out here, Leo. Getting... Okay. Justice. A lot of yellow and red in these cards. Yellow is in tarot your higher consciousness, and red is like to me kind of the exercising of that. It's your will. So I feel like there's your insight is something about your higher consciousness and your will being connected right now, and you might feel that. Okay, but then we have the Nine of Swords. All right. Leo, I feel like your insight is very heightened when it comes to balance. I feel this is more about balance. Balance when it comes to relationships, not just one specific relationship, right? These aren't love readings. Sometimes this card can indicate a relationship, but I'm just getting balance in relationships, particularly when it comes to home relationships. This doesn't need to be someone you're living with right now, but people you have lived with in the past. I would include family in this. It's just any relationship that you had that I feel there was a sense of intimacy, but also fun and spontaneity. Like you have a depth, like a deeper look into those connections. And almost with the Nine of Swords here, it's like, and what went wrong? And with the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck, I feel like this is a transition for you, and you're very aware that this transition is happening, right? Because this is where your insight is heightened during this waning moon. So, Leo, I think you're being informed by your higher consciousness, and you're really using, I think you're exercising your will too to balance out your relationships, your intimate partnerships, but this is bringing stress, anxiety, right? The Nine of Swords. There's, or you could feel, I'm not really getting this, you could feel blocked by being able to do this, but I really just getting that this whole, this balancing act and kind of, because it's causing you to look back at the past. I'm getting that this is kind of an all-encompassing, like I said, just intimate relationships in general here with the Four of Wands. We're going to pull some advice cards. Let's see what to do with this energy. Judgment. Yeah. You're making judgment calls, Leo. Sorry, it's bright here, but Judgment card. you're having an awakening when it comes to your intimate relationships. People that you feel so comfortable with that you can be fun and spontaneous with, right? So it's very carefree energy, very celebratory. People that you would celebrate with as well, right? You can think of it as that kind of energy here. And I feel like you're making judgment calls, or the advice is to make a judgment call, but I think you're doing this. I think you're very aware of this process. It's being informed by your higher consciousness. I think that's why the Nine of Swords is here, because you're aware of you're an active participant in what's happening, and it's not easy. It's, you know, if you're feeling a lack of support and anxiety and sleepless nights, then you're seeing some things that you probably didn't like, but you're making judgment calls here to change them, right? And the Six of Swords, you're pulling back to transition out of these relationships. Justice. Where's the Justice card here? Ten of Wands. Yeah, I would say the advice is to lay down. It's almost like the advice is twofold here. It's to lay down these relationships that have caused an incredibly heavy burden, that have put demands on you, excessive responsibilities, things that were not yours, that you shouldn't have been carrying. I feel like you are laying them down, but I think the other reason that you're doing this is, like, the Ten of Wands, right? Every card in the tarot is necessary. The Ten of Wands is necessary. Responsibilities that are a natural part of relationships, intimate relationships. And so it almost feels like it's saying you're laying these burdens down so that you can take on actual burdens that feel like they're yours, that they're not other people's, right? It's like it feels, Leo, like you're clearing the way. With this Nine of Swords energy, what is the advice for this Nine of Swords energy? Seven of Wands. Leo, this is one of your cards here, and I feel like the message here is to... Seven of Wands is, for me, a card of fighting for what you believe in. He's standing and defending his ground, and there's six swords, or six wands coming at him, but he's confident that he can do this. He's not going to back down. I feel like the advice here is, even though this is stressful and is inducing some sleepless nights and anxiety, don't back down. Don't give up. You know that you know. These are both cards, Seven of Wands can be a card of having a boundary up. I don't feel like your advice is to have boundaries up. I feel like you're releasing baggage. Yeah, we have the Ace of Coins at the bottom of the deck. The Nine of Swords below it again. So yeah, this is a stressful time. But the Ace of Coins, you're clearing the way for something brand new and something fruitful that you're going to have to water in order for it to grow. So it's something that you're going to have to spend time and energy on. Like I said, I feel like that's why you're laying down burdens that were put on you by previous relationships, because you're ready to take on your own burdens. Like you're readying yourself for taking on your own burdens. Funny, I split the deck and Strength card was there. Your card, Leo. All right, we're going to move on to Virgo here. Virgo placements. Welcome, Virgo placements. We are going to take a look at the waning moon and where you are more insightful during this time for July 2022 for Virgo placements. Nine of Cups. Okay, you could feel very in touch with what you want, with your hopes. The Hermit card, your energy coming out in the middle. So you can feel very in tune right now, I think, Virgo. This could be, the waning moon is a time of looking inward. The Hermit, your energy representing a more internal energy. So you could feel, and the Six of Wands. I feel like you're getting deep messages and insight and almost guidance with the Hermit here as to what is going to make you successful, what is going to bring you joy, what is going to make you, it's not like what is going to make you into a leader or make you become a leader, but what is going to make you be seen as a leader. The Six of Wands is about being, is being seen as triumphant. It's not only being a leader, but it's the victory and triumph. And people follow this person because he is a leader. You're the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So you could feel very in touch. I look at the Queen of Cups as the Cancer card. We're in Cancer season. So you could just feel very in touch right now. The Nine of Cups, yellow in tarot is your higher consciousness. I feel like you're waiting. It's like you're very, some say that he's not patiently waiting. I feel that part of this insight is that you're getting more in tune with the idea of waiting for success as well. Like you're becoming more comfortable with that. But it's almost like because you have a secret knowing that it's almost here with the Nine of Cups. Because the Nine of Cups card can be a Make-A-Wish card. And it's like your dreams are almost here. That's what this is feeling like as well. Let's pull some advice cards. Nine of Cups. I do feel though patiently waiting. The Moon. Lots of emotion coming out here. Queen of Cups, the Moon, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, Virgo, I feel like you're very connected to emotions right now as well. There's something about your emotions bringing you success. And again, this is something you know, but it's also hidden at the same time. Hermit. Sorry if that's a confusing message, but it's Alright, the Hermit here. What is this Hermit card? Advice. Seven of Swords. I feel like you're gaining a lot of, again, insight into what's yourself, just you, who you are in general with this Hermit card, since this is your energy. And I feel the Seven of Swords coming out down here is you strategizing. It's like now that you know something about yourself that you didn't know before, you can strategize better. You can plan better. You can leave situations behind easier as well, is what this feels like. The Six of Wands. It's the Six of Wands here. Nine of Swords. Okay. So it could be, Virgo, that being seen as successful. And again, I do think this has something to do with your emotions too. Blue is our subconscious, which I kind of look at as emotions here. The cups are emotions. This is blue behind him. This Six of Wands, even though this is a Leo card, it is blue in the background. There's a feeling of emotion being a part of this success. There's something about that brings stress, anxiety, sleepless nights with the Nine of Swords. I would say the advice here probably lies in this center with the Hermit and the Seven of Swords. Knowing yourself and planning for that. Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Well, you might feel really connected to your emotions at this time, Virgo. It could also feel like a heavy time. This could be the end of a cycle that's felt burdensome. You're finally going to be able to lay the burdens down during this moon phase. All right. Hope that helped, Virgo. Moving on to Libra placements. Hello, Libra placements. We are going to look at the waning moon. Waning moon for Libras. Where are Libras? More insightful during the waning moon, July 2022. Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Swords, okay. I feel like there's, with the nine of Pentacles here, there's something about you being more tuned into the resourcefulness and abundance of yourself, of like your own creation, and of what's around you. You know, she's surrounded by grape leaves and earth and vines. It feels like there's like you're insightful when it comes to a harvest, what's going to bring harvest. There could be things around your home that you have actually planted that are harvesting right now. The Knight of Swords. Libra, this is a air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So I feel like there's something that you know now that you didn't know before when it comes to speaking about change. The Knight of Swords makes really quick changes in his day-to-day routine, because like there's an understanding that if he makes these quick changes in his day-to-day life, it will affect, like the effect will bleed into all other areas of life. But the Knight of Swords is also someone that speaks quickly. Because with the Nine of Pentacles here, I'm just very much getting like, not only are you making changes possibly around the home, around what you harvest, how you harvest. Doesn't have to be literal. It could be like figurative here. But there's something about you speaking about this change going on, and possibly even how you're viewing yourself. You could be viewing yourself. It could be like seeing your worth for what it really is, and just really feeling your worth here. And the Page of Cups, just getting very dreamy feeling off the Page of Cups. You could be very in tune with the more artistic side of you right now as well, wanting to create like a child, is what this feels like. Temperance at the bottom of the deck. Libra, I just feel like you're very in tune right now. To me, Temperance is a card of alchemy, of merging energies. So it's about patience as well, self-control. And even with this Knight of Swords in the center of the spread here, these two cards, it doesn't feel quick. Nothing about this reading feels rushed or like it's happening fast. Okay, let's see. With the Nine of Pentacles, some advice cards for Libra. King of Swords. Another air sign card. The King of Swords, to me, this is you just very much standing in your authority, and not so much in like a fiery, passionate way, like not like the Emperor, but just knowing what you want, being very clear, very focused, mentally. And it's almost like you're able to do that because of this harvest and abundance and self-worth that you're attaining with this Nine of Pentacles energy. It's really nice, Libra. Knight of Swords at the Ten of Pentacles. So the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles coming out. See, you're speaking your abundance into existence. That's what this feels like. You're speaking your stability and abundance, and what you want, you are going to make it so. I'm not getting a stuck energy here with the 10 of Coins, especially with the Knight of Swords here. And yeah, you just feel very in tune, like what is going to make you stable and abundant and feel accomplished, and it just feels like you're moving towards it like effortlessly. Page of Cups. King of Cups. Wow. 2 kings and a knight here. So movement. There's that, which is, the waning moon is about, in our insight, it's usually a more, not as quick of an energy as the waxing moon, but you could be I don't feel like you're moving a lot during this moon phase, as it so much as a lot changes in this moon phase, because it's like you already set the groundwork for this. That's what this feels like. And this Page of Cups to the King of Cups, you are able, I feel like this is just a message saying you're able to create like a child, because you know where it's coming from. Like this King of Cups energy is very mature, very not so aware of his emotions that he's able to be an emotional, like a mentor to others. I feel like that's useful for you. You're very in touch with your emotions here. And that's, again, I feel like it's almost just providing more insight into what you want. It's like it's being informed by all areas. It's balanced here. And we don't have any wands on the spread. Temperance is a fire energy. This is all pentacles. It's all air, earth, and water energy. So we don't have a lot of desire coming out here, and maybe that's why something it doesn't feel like there's this huge energy here. It just feels calm, but a lot changing. Interesting, the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The Nine of Swords has come out now for 3 signs in a row, I think. So there could just be some overall stress and anxiety that goes on during the waning moon phase. You could feel, Libra, with all these changes going on, there could be, sleepless nights, anxiety, possibly feeling not, working yourself up into thinking that you're not supported, but you are supported. And I think ultimately you do know that, because I think you're making, I think big changes are just happening. Like I said, it just feels like it's because of a foundation that you set previously. Okay. Moving on to Scorpio placements. Scorpio placements with the waning moon. Let's look at Scorpio placements. What are Scorpio placements? Insight, heightened during the waning moon, July. This one came out first. 2022, 7 of Pentacles, Judgment. Feels, Scorpio, like you're making some harsh judgment calls. Your insight, Scorpio, feels very much heightened when it comes to situations that you've been patiently waiting on. These are like seeds that you planted a while ago. Honestly, the 7 of Pentacles, I'm getting 7 months ago for some reason. I don't often get time frames really, and this is energy for the waning moon, but this is feeling, I don't know, like maybe seeds you planted 7 months ago. Maybe projects you started 7 months ago with other people, relationships it's like you're taking stock. It doesn't have to be 7 months, but you're taking stock of seeds that you planted, things that you've been patient about, and you're making some judgment calls about these situations. And I feel like there's something about waiting patiently that has caused you to have an awakening. Maybe something comes to fruition here, and it feels good. Then we have the 9 of Wands here. This could be your insight just heightened into the difficult journeys that you have been on, or just realizing that realizing that you need resilience right now as well, possibly for what's being harvested. So I am feeling like there's something coming from this 7 of Pentacles energy that's like an awakening. Interesting. The 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I mean, with the 7 of Pentacles energy, I do feel, and then Judgment, I do feel like you are leaving some seeds that you planted behind, because something feels like it's sprouting. Like it's coming to life. These people are coming out of their coffins. We're going to see, I'm going to pull some advice cards here, and we're going to check it out, because this 9 of Wands is, okay, it could just be an acknowledgement that you're not being, you could just be really realizing, Scorpio, I think what this is you realizing who appreciates you and who doesn't. The Nine of Wands is about can be about not being recognized for the journey that we've been on. Possibly what you're looking at here is who recognizes your journey, who sees you. And the people that don't, it's like you're leaving behind, and you're awakening to this, right? You're awakening to the people that do see you, see your journey, see what you've gone through, see what you're going through, recognize your struggles. All right, let's see. Seven of Pentacles. Advice card for the Seven of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. I feel like the advice here, Scorpio, is trust in the process. The Wheel of Fortune, what's happening is happening in divine timing. It's supposed to be happening. Because the Ten of Swords here, you're stressed out about something. This is a card of defeat. It's a cycle being over. Again, I feel like it's the cycle of not waiting anymore for people to see you, and an awakening to those that do. But this Wheel of Fortune, and I almost feel like the advice here is not to give up on everything. Because the Wheel of Fortune is lucky. Trust your instincts, because this is where you are more insightful, right? So trust your intuition on what to harvest and what to leave behind. Okay, let's look at Judgment. What's the advice for Judgment? I feel like this is a fruitful awakening. Eight of Coins. Yeah. Eight of Coins. Dedication, working hard on could be a skill, talent, craft, ability, special ability that you have. Working on being a master of this. I feel like you get rid of what isn't working here. The Wheel of Fortune, it's almost like trust that the universe will, right? And then there's an awakening. It's almost like getting rid of what isn't working awakens you to what is going to work. It awakens you to what you're good at, to what you are, to what you can master. And then I feel like you are able to put time, energy, and effort into this. You're able to dedicate and be very devoted to this. The Eight of Coins. Okay. And the Nine of Wands. The Eight of Swords. Okay. I feel like what this is saying here, Scorpio, is that there could be people that do see you, that you're not seeing, see you. It's like, be careful to get yourself caught up. Don't overthink some things, is what I'm going to say here, because we don't have, right, the Ten of Swords is here and the Eight of Swords. Aside from that, Wands, Pentacles, Earth energy here, more fire energy at the bottom, the Knight of Wands at the bottom of this deck. I feel like it's saying to really be bold, be confident, go in many different directions. But this Eight of Swords, like, don't overthink this Eight of Coins energy to perfection. By doing the task over and over and over again, you will achieve perfection, and you will be seen for your efforts. Have faith, is what I feel like saying here. That it's all coming in. And I think sooner than you realize with this Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, something is done already. And because it is, something else is able to enter here. Okay. Moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius placements. Hello. Welcome. We are going to look at where your insight is heightened with the waning moon for July 2022, Judgment. Interesting. Okay. Judgment, Ten of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Sagittarius, this feels like this feels like, should I stay or should I go? Energy. Like your insight is heightened into where you need to stay and where you need to go. And I feel like you're realizing that there are cycles already over that you might still be engaged with. The Six of Pentacles. I feel like you know that these are not balanced, but you're still, there's a sense of still needing to be part of something that isn't, there's a sense of you still needing to be part of something that's already done. And with the Judgment card here, it's almost like I feel like you know this already, or this could be something that's come back around. Feels like you're really insightful when it comes to where you're in pain and where it almost feels like there's a lot here about where you're unhappy, not so much as where you're happy. Let's take a look. I'm going to get some advice cards here, Sagittarius. This might give us some more insight. Judgment. What advice for Judgment? You're awakening to this. Page of Wands. Okay, so I feel like this Judgment, this being really aware of cycles that are over but that you're still engaged with. Something about this awareness, though, is bringing a young energy into your life with the Page of Wands, quite possibly literally bringing a young energy into your life, or it's just bringing a more youthful energy to you. I feel like the advice here is to kind of let this knowing that you have now with the waning moon, like, light a spark inside of you in your creativity, what you want. This Ten of Swords. The Nine of Cups. Yeah, I'm getting a really big sense here that whatever is this awareness, for some reason, even if, because I think this cycle is still in your life, but just your awareness of it, your wishes are close to coming in. Maybe you're wishing to get out of this cycle, like that you're stuck in, that feels like you're stuck in, and it's close to happening. With the Nine of Cups, I feel like it's also saying don't be afraid to wish, don't be afraid to try again for something, for happiness, right? Because I was saying, I'm getting a lot of you saying, like, you're realizing what makes you sad. I feel like the Nine of Cups is here to say don't forget about happiness too. Like, you can still wish and hope and dream. Seven of Pentacles. Just because something didn't work out doesn't mean nothing is ever going to work out again, right? Like, the cycle, while it's been painful, it is done. Page of Swords. A lot of two pages coming out at the bottom here. Younger energies. The Page of Swords is very idealistic to me, very curious. If there's something painful, Sagittarius, going on and you're not sure where to look for it, it's like this is saying to be curious when it comes to what you've been patient about. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles would be about perseverance, but it's like, what have you been persevering through that might be done? I almost feel like it's time to get curious, about these seeds that you've planted. Like, if you have investments, look at them. Get curious about where you're investing your time and money and energy. Two of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck. Through the Two Pentacles and Six of Pentacles. Both cards of balance. Something feels out of balance here. But I feel like you, again, I feel like you are now, this waning moon period, you become aware of this imbalance, and said the advice here is to not give up on hope. Get creative, and also be very curious and almost discerning over where you spend your time and energy moving forward. All right, Sagittarius, thank you. We are moving on to Capricorn placements. Hello, Capricorns. We're going to look at the waning moon and see where you are experiencing like a deeper insight, where you're very insightful during this time. We have the Six of Swords. Okay. Could be realizing that there's situations you need to take that one, leave behind. Ten of Pentacles, for your own abundance. Feels like you're becoming, your insight is deepened into like the idea that there are certain situations you need to leave behind if you want abundance. This could be a cycle that you've been through in the past. You could have, not this particular cycle of leaving something behind for abundance, but what you're leaving behind could be something from your past in order to achieve abundance that you want. Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Patience. Looking at, feels, Capricorn, like you're really looking back at the seeds that you've planted, at what you have, investments. Where have you invested, or where are you investing your time, your energy? Because there's something, he's not very happy on this card. I don't know if it's going to focus on his face. But he's kind of looking at these pentacles as like, they're okay. It's like it's time to leave behind what isn't working. And with the Six of Swords, same thing. It's a transition phase to get out of choppy waters, but to leave behind what isn't working so that you can make room for what you want. With the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like you are really, and this is for your long-term stability. So there's something here having to do with where you, with the Ten of Pentacles, how do you want to build your empire is what this is feeling like. You could be becoming very insightful about how you plan to or will gain long-term stability and generational wealth, right? Because this is about investing to me as well. Where are you investing your time, money, energy? And here, it's like the fruits of all those investments. And the Wheel of Fortune is that what you're leaving behind could be connected to something from the past, someone from the past, a job from the past. It could be whatever situation this is resonating with for you. We'll pull some cards and see if we get any more guidance on that. But the Wheel of Fortune at the end could just be you really being in tune with the timing of the universe and trusting that everything's happening in divine timing. There's a very patient energy here. Nothing feels heightened. So you could just be accepting divine timing as well, being very in tune with the universal energies here. The Six of Swords with the Five of Wands. I feel like part of this Capricorn advice is to fight for what you believe in. It's like don't don't be afraid to be competitive, but also know when to leave a situation behind when it gets, when that energy, when it gets like too competitive. Because the Five of Wands is a card of training. So it's playful competition. But I feel like what's happened with the Six of Swords above is that this playful competition can bleed over and become serious. And it feels like the advice here is to, while it's good to leave situations behind, it's like don't leave every adventure behind. Five of Wands can be a card of adventure. This could also be a message saying that you leaving something behind is feeling like going on an adventure to new lands. I'm going to pull one more for this Six of Swords. Okay. Wow, the Seven of Coins. Okay, yeah, see, I feel... Here I kind of feel like this is you transitioning to the Seven of Coins phase of evaluating. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. What's the advice for this Ten of Pentacles energy? Very insightful into, again, what's going to bring you... You might have just a knowing, Capricorn, during this time of really like smart financial investments. What is going to bring you lots of wealth? Queen of Cups. I would say trust your intuition at this time. The Queen of Cups is very intuitive, very emotionally aware. Very nurturing energy here too. The Ten of Pentacles is nurturing because it's very stable. It's like you have insight into what's going to bring you not only financial stability but emotional stability. Like there's a realization or an understanding that those two things are connected. Let's see, the Wheel of Fortune. It's like your emotional awareness is going to bring you success, generational success, and vice versa. That generational success will bring you some sort of emotional comfort. There it's about stability. The Wheel of Fortune with the Empress. Something very abundant feels like it's happening here. And I do think, Capricorn, I would say the advice here is to go towards what you want to spend time and energy on. Where does it feel good to spend time and energy? The Empress, it's fruitful, abundant. She can give because she knows that she is receiving in return. She knows that there is a mutual exchange. She's always going to be provided for, therefore she can always provide. Where do you feel that energy? I feel like that's like your lucky, like that's the key, like that's your luck with the Wheel of Fortune here. Where do you feel like you can be fruitful and provide, and because you get the same energy in return? And you're very intuitive right now, I feel, with the Queen of Cups. It's saying to trust your intuition when it comes to finances, especially the Eight of Coins. Well, and just, again, where are you going to put your energy so that you are going to achieve stability and success? The Eight of Coins is a card of mastery. What do you want to master? Concentrating on what, like if you have a special habit, talent, skill, craft, or ability that it's like dedicating time to working on that every day is what would bring you success. Generational success, what that feels like. And trust your intuition, the Queen of Cups at the bottom. It's like you know what this is already. All right, Aquarius. We're going to look at Aquarius placements here. Aquarius placements. Where is insight heightened during the waning moon? We have the Queen of Swords, one of your cards, Aquarius. So you could feel very just in tune. Six of Pentacles. Feel like it's like you're very You're very insightful about where you're very insightful when it comes to the atmosphere that you're creating. And is that atmosphere balanced? And the Eight of Wands. Okay, I feel like you're aware that it's not. That there's something... It's like there's insight into something that you want balance, but it's chaotic. There's too much going on. But your energy is over here almost welcoming. I feel like you're welcoming the balance in, and these wands are moving in a different direction. So I feel like the insight actually is that you want balance and you don't want this chaotic Eight of Wands energy. The Eight of Wands, like so many messages coming in, and it's the Eight of Wands is a positive card, is a card of support, but with this energy here, it feels like Eight of Wands can be a chaotic energy. It's so much information coming in all at once, so many messages coming in. On a spiritual level, it can be getting a lot of downloads, like feeling like you're so connected, you're just getting downloads from the universe, messages. But I feel like what you want is balance and reliable with the Six of Pentacles here. We have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Trusting in divine timing. It feels like there's something lucky that could possibly happen during this waning moon phase. The Wheel of Fortune is about luck, is about cycles, can be about something from the past coming back around. So this can be a cycle, this could speak to a cycle that you've experienced before, or you're trying to find balance with someone from the past. Okay, let's see. The Queen of Swords, some advice cards for Aquarius. Queen of Swords. Temperance. The Queen of Swords is someone that speaks the truth, right? Truth, justice. It's a card of being very clear, right? It's your energy, air sign. It's about a mental clarity. I feel like it's saying to be patient when it comes to speaking a truth or a justice, a judgment. Temperance is about merging energies, patience, self-control. It's a card of, like, I feel Aquarius, like, it's a card of getting a message, right? There's like a messenger here informing this angel. There's a sense of delivering a message, but being advised to be patient, or you wanting a message to come in, but being advised to be patient for this message to come in. I'm not sure that makes sense to you. Let's see. I mean, we do have the Eight of Wands over here. So I said lots of messages coming in. It's almost like you could be feeling uncomfortable about change of energy that goes from lots of messages to nothing at all. Like lots of energy and then no energy, and there's this weird balancing in between. Like there's just a kind of off energy while this becomes rebalanced as well, and just be patient through that rebalancing. The Six of Pentacles. What's the advice here? Because I feel like this is you being aware that you want, being very aware that you want a balanced energy, that you want something balanced in your, it's like you want something balanced in your practical, in your real world, right? In the practical, three-dimensional, tangible world, so that you can be open to a more childlike energy, something more creative. your advice, the energies down here are very, like, very mellow. And these are too. It's this Eight of Wands energy that kind of just comes out of nowhere. But it's part of the insight where you're experiencing insight during this waning moon. So let's see, what is this Eight of Wands? Page of Swords. You could be gaining insight into messages that you receive online. I don't know, Aquarius. It's like you're receiving a lot of emails suddenly. You're receiving a lot of correspondence from online communication, specifically with the Page of Swords. And it feels, the Page of Swords, too, to me is a card of being idealistic, being very curious. I feel like the advice is to almost not push away this Eight of Wands energy completely because you want balance. Because there's something in these messages, it's like the Page of Swords here, it's saying to be curious about this energy. Strength at the bottom of the deck. This could be, strength. The Strength card is about unconditional love. It is also about, it's a kind of a fearless energy in the sense that she has a lion sitting on her lap. It's kind of like no one in their right mind would do that. There's something here that you might have to do that you don't usually do. I almost feel like it's finding that balance between being patient and having all these messages come in. Finding the balance between being at 100 speed and being at stationary. I hope that helped, Aquarius. The Strength card is about acceptance as well. There could be something that you need to accept to kind of calm, like tame the beast, right? The Strength card is about taming the wild within us. The lion will sit on her lap because she accepts the lion for what the lion is, and she's not afraid of it. Because of that, like, it's like the lion accepts her. So there could be something about you needing to accept something. Yeah, okay. Let's move on to Pisces. All right, Pisces placements. Where are Pisces placements insight heightened during this waning moon phase? Page of Cups. I feel you really escaping inside of yourself here, Pisces. Yeah, I feel like you're going to actually feel right at home during this moon phase. Page of Cups, I feel like you could be really aware of your own... I feel like you're doing things that you used to enjoy doing as a child with the Page of Cups. And the Nine of Swords here, or Nine of Swords, pardon me, Nine of Wands here. I feel like this Nine of Wands energy, because when we have the Nine of Cups, we have two nines coming out. I feel like Pisces, like there's an acknowledgement in yourself that you have been on a long journey, but then it's almost like I don't feel like you sit in this Nine of Wands energy too long. The Nine of Wands feel like a wounded warrior to me. It's like you don't sit in your emotions too long and you go right to your higher consciousness and hoping and wishing, and I almost get the sense that you're aware, like there's insight into your emotional vulnerability being part of your wish fulfillment. We have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. focused on the... I get the feeling that you're spending a lot of time at home right now with the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, focusing on your home environment, what's going to bring you your dreams, what's going to make your dreams come true in your own home. All right, let's get some advice cards here for Pisces with the Page of Cups. We got 2 coming out here, 7 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. Yeah, Pisces, I feel like the advice is to really allow yourself to dream bigger, dream more. Like I said, you're dreaming about what's going to make you happy in your home. I feel like this is a card, like these cards are saying, like, no, not just what's going to make you happy in your home. Where can you explore? What do you want? Like, allow yourself to really fantasize and really let your mind go. When it comes to love as well with the Page of Cups. Okay. Yeah, this could definitely be a love reading, Pisces, because as I said that, the Page of Cups and the 3 of Swords came out. So you've been pretty wounded and you're feeling hurt when it comes to love. It's saying to explore. I feel like it's saying to get outside of the home and to explore and to see what more is out there, and really to forgive yourself here with the 3 of Swords, to forgive yourself for, you know, it's like I feel like you're holding yourself back from your own happiness here, and the advice is forgiveness, and to, you know, allow yourself to grieve the loss of someone, if that is what happened, if this is your story. Allow yourself to grieve the loss and like complete. It's like that will be completing the last leg of the journey. The 9 of Cups. It's like you know what your wishes are. The King of Cups. Interestingly, the Page of Cups twice. The King of Cups. Feel like you were stuck in a really immature love, Pisces. You're realizing this right now. And I feel like the message here is, in order to get something that's more mature, the 2 of Coins at the bottom of the deck, it's almost like you're going to have to make a decision that you want this mature love. Like your hopes and dreams have to be for this mature energy to come in. Otherwise, like if you're still operating in the Page of Cups energy and hoping and wishing for the Page of Cups, for someone more youthful and young, then that's what's going to come in. But I feel like the advice here is to let yourself dream and wish bigger for more than what you had, and that you are deserving of someone emotionally mature and well-adjusted. The King of Cups, someone that can, someone that is very intuitive and is going to be responsible with your emotions. That's what it feels like. Okay, now we're going to Aries. Aries placements. Where are Aries placements? Insight heightened. King of Wands. One of your energy, Aries. King of Wands, fire sign. I feel like you could really be feeling this energy right now. We have the Star card. Wow, if you feels like you are, your insight is heightened, where like you're the boss and you can expand, like you can make your hopes and dreams happen. 3 of Swords. The Fool. Feels like there is, so the 3 of Swords, there is some heartbreak that you're realizing, something possibly that you have to forgive, or grieve. But with the Fool at the bottom of the deck, it just feels like there's a brand new beginning, and you're in control, you're in charge. With the Star, it's optimistic, it's hopeful, it's expansive. This 3 of Swords energy is a little, we're going to see with the advice cards if we can learn more about that, because could just be This could have to do with you, during this waning moon phase, you might find yourself maybe finally finding the time to grieve the loss of a child or of a younger energy that's left your energy. I could see that. You know, I think more of what this is, Aries, is you're stepping into a new beginning so boldly and so optimistically that it's almost like you can't help but look at what didn't work in the past with the Three of Swords, and that's why it comes up. Let's see, the King of Wands with the Hangman. All right, so be patient. King of Wands with the Hangman. I would say the advice here is to be patient, but also trust your own knowledge. The Hangman has become enlightened. Don't be afraid to speak what you already know. You've gained a new perspective about something with the Hangman. I feel that too with this Fool, the new beginning. There's a really fresh energy to this spread. Don't be afraid to use the knowledge that you've already gained from all the different, feels like life experience here with the Hangman, the different perspectives. The Devil with the Star. I feel like what this is saying here, the advice is to not get so carried away with the star energy. Like, don't get so expansive that you lose control in, like, that things become too excessive or you lose control in some areas because you're so concentrated on these other areas. I'm not really getting much else from the Devil here aside from just a message of be sure to stay focused and balanced. Otherwise, it feels like this energy could carry you away. Three of Swords with Temperance. Yeah, this just feels like you're healing from past disappointments here with Temperance and the Three of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Being patient, be patient through this process. I feel like you are with the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you know what you want very much with the Seven of Pentacles actually at the bottom of the deck. And these cards, I feel like you just really know what's going to, like, bring you a harvest, and you're going to go towards that. Awesome, Aries. We are going to move on to Taurus placements. Taurus placements. We're going to look at the waning moon for July 2022 for Taurus placements. Where are Taurus placements insight heightened during the waning moon, July 2022? King of Cups. So your emotions, you could be really feeling the emotional depth of yourself and of your relationships, certain connections. The Sun. You're very aware of what's, and Death. Very aware of what's going to bring you happiness and what's not, it feels like, with these two cards here. What's going to, like, there's an insight into what's going to bring you joy and what's going to cause the need for a transition is what this feels like. Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So there's a very hopeful, almost like there's a very wistful energy here. So the King of Cups, I feel like there's an insight, Taurus, into you, like, into the depth of your own emotions and the stability of your own emotions. You know that you have this emotional stability now, whereas maybe you didn't feel it before. It's just very heightened at the moment. You could be finding yourself being an emotional mentor for people at this time as well. I could see people just kind of like spilling their guts to you. I don't know. The energy I'm getting here, Taurus. it's like you're becoming aware of your emotional capabilities. They're and sun and of optimism. What's going to make you feel encouraged, and what's going to make you feel like there's a transition, like there's gloom, because these cards, the colors are just so different, right? And it just feels like a big juxtaposition, because we have brightness here in the center. So let's see, Taurus, let's see what else we have come out. Then we have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It feels like you're really being patient and wishing and hoping for something that you maybe wished and hoped for a long time ago. Now you're patiently waiting for it to happen. King of Cups with Three of Coins. So I feel like the advice card here, Taurus, you could be finding yourself like emotionally mentoring people that you work with. Or the advice is to use this emotional awareness that you have when it comes to working with others with the Three of Coins. It's like don't just sit on this island here with this emotional capacity that you're now realizing it. It's like spread the love is kind of what I'm getting here. Work with others, the Three of Coins. Like use this to bring energies together. Collaboration. Collaborate with your emotions also. Like bring your own emotions together as well. Maybe with the Page of Wands and the Sun. There's a lot of fire energy coming out in the middle here. I feel like your advice is to really to focus very much on what brings you happiness and optimism. There's not much more to say with this one. The Page of Wands. Also, even though your emotions are feeling very mature and elevated right now, it's almost like don't let that stop you from being youthful and jovial and excited. And it's about creativity and passion, your own. Death with the Nine of Coins. It feels here like there's an insight into a transition regarding your own self-reliance and foresight. The Nine of Coins about like the creature comforts, being able to treat herself and be generous at the same time because she's worked hard for what she has, but she's earned it all herself, so it's very self-reliant energy. I feel like there's something here about a transition when it comes to, it's like the advice is to use what you've earned, like be generous with, right, because she's generous with these Three Pentacles, but she keeps these Six here. It's like you can, there's a message when it comes to transitioning of being, like using your foresight to determine where you are going to be generous. With the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This could have to do with a relationship. It could have to do with working with people that you've never really worked with before as well, or just being around. It feels very much like you want to like unify energies. Okay. Thank you, Taurus. I hope that was helpful. And last, but certainly not least, Gemini. Gemini, we are going to look at Gemini placements. Hello, Geminis, for the waning moon, July 2022. We're going to take a look. We're not going to take those, but remember what they are. Knight of Cups, Two of Pentacles. We're going to look at the waning moon, July 2022. where Gemini placements experiencing deeper insight. Five of Wands, Queen of Swords, Strength. Feels like you're gaining deeper insight into acceptance in general, and that you're not, it's like you're realizing you don't want to fight anymore. It's like there's something you don't want to compete about anymore. You don't want to, there's an adventure that you don't want to go on, because you're choosing a calmer path, like the path of least resistance. That's what this feels like, Gemini. Interesting. We have the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you need to make the decision, or I don't know, maybe what I just said is the decision, whether you want to fight or whether you want to choose the path of least resistance. Because the Two of Swords is about procrastinating on making a decision. So you could be procrastinating about choosing if you want to engage in an energy or if you don't. But I feel like your insight is that, if you could be realizing you are procrastinating on this. But there's an energy here of competition, and then there's an energy here of truth, justice, integrity, speaking the truth, having an atmosphere of speaking the truth, and then strength of just a calm acceptance, taming the wild. Let's see, what is this advice? Okay. Queen of Cups with the Five of Wands. Yeah, I feel like it's very much saying to, your advice here is to choose emotional self-awareness, nurturing, choose a more internal energy. Don't take, Gemini, it feels like someone's trying to bait you. And you're becoming aware of this, that someone's been trying to bait you into a fight or an argument, and you're finally like, no, it's enough. Your advice here is to look inside. I'm not saying you're the answer. I'm just saying that your advice is to not engage, is what I'm seeing here. To be emotionally aware, to trust your intuition as well when it comes to this Five of Wands energy. Queen of Swords. What's the advice for the Queen of Swords? Doesn't feel Ace of Wands. I feel like the advice here, Gemini, is to let a spark. I almost feel like it's saying don't be afraid to speak about your desires. Like the advice, it's getting away from all this combative energy and just being in your energy. What do you want, Gemini? What's your desire? And also your desire could, with an ace, this is sometimes a gift from the universe. I feel like it's saying the Queen of Swords is Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy. So it's your energy here. I feel like what this is saying is look out for a spark. If you feel a spark of desire, of attraction, of longing, something that just intuitively you feel in your gut, it's go towards that energy. That's what you want. If you don't know what you want, that's your answer. Strength. Two of Swords. Okay, so there's a decision has to be made. Strength, Two of Swords. One more on strength. One more on the strength card, please. King of Wands. So King of Wands and Strength are both fire sign Leo cards. Five of Wands is also Leo. You could have Leo in your chart, Gemini. Or just, Ace of Wands. There's a lot of fire here now. I feel like what it's saying here, the advice is to boldly make a decision. And the advice is like to boldly make the decision to stand in your power, to accept. The Strength card, she has the infinity symbol on the top of her head here, which is supposed to indicate that she is connected to the past. One of the things it indicates is that she is connected to the past, present, and future. It's like accept. There's something about accepting what wasn't in the past, what isn't in the present, and also what could be in the future. And like using those three qualifiers to make your decision, because there is a decision that needs to be made with the Two of Swords, but because the Two of Swords is about procrastinating, not looking at something as more than one, like looking at something as just one of two ways. Two of Swords can also be a message to, it's interesting. She has the swords up over her heart, and he has his hand over his heart. I feel like the advice is to is to be bold and vulnerable, but not to. I do feel like there's a message to protect your heart, or that your heart already is protected, and so it's okay to let down the swords. It's almost like you can let down the swords because the King of Wands, like he's got it, like there already is protection there, right? And we have the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. From like this, I'm heavily getting, Gemini, this is something from your past. Some decision, this Five of Wands energy, it really feels like there's something from your past, and now you're choosing, again, you're choosing to accept it, but you're choosing something new at the same time. All right, that is that. I hope that helped. I hope that gave insight, guidance, and clarity to someone out there. I hope you have a great moon phase. Have a great day.